Okay, I'm working on my space. Let's hope I finally get through to everyone. Please put in the chat if you can hear me. Um, please put in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Hello? All right. So if I get it here, can you put in the chat that you hear me? All right. This is Judge Desire for Knowledge. Thank you for checking me out and this show today on Know Your Truth, Real Talk. I hope you all are safe from that cold weather, no matter where we were in the States. It was cold, even in Florida. So I pray that everyone's safe, warm, and that your home and shelter is safe as well. And thank you for joining me, Judge Desire for Knowledge, on Know Your Truth, Real Talk. Please subscribe, like, and share. And forgive me of this because I wasn't going to go on today live because of it, but I'm normal. We're all human, and I do have to. Uh, okay, thank you. That's great news because I had technical difficulties because I'm changing everything around in my workspace, and basically, um, things are trying out stuff that were new. So I had to come up late today, unfortunately, because I tried something new and it didn't work out, but that's okay. Nothing stops just desire for knowledge from giving out that message, though. I hope you all are safe and you enjoy this topic today. It's a hot topic. Relationships is always hot, right? The past versus the new. Let's weigh the scales. That's the title for today on Know Your Truth Real Talk. Let me just remind you, I get together every Saturday at 3 live, sometimes tape if I'm on an event that day. Um, I do have legal matters. I missed a month because I took a vacation from that. Legal matters are monthly at the end of the month. Then I'm out and about travels. I'll put up little shorts or maybe a little view of where I'm at, what I'm doing that week or that day. And then I have my grilling shorts and on YouTube, all of YouTube, I'm stating, and on social media, I'll put some stuff up, Facebook, all social media. So come check me out, Judge Desire for Knowledge, and also, it is what it is shorts as well. So it is what it is. Sometimes you make it there, sometimes you don't. Those kind of things. So I haven't put any of those up lately. I've been doing a lot. It was Christmas, New Year's, and woo, did it go fast. So as we're saying that, the past and the new, right? Out with the old and in with the new, right? Just like the new year, 2025. Happy New Year's. If I didn't see you guys before that, welcome to the show, Know Your Truth, Real Talk. So we're here out on the old and in with the new, as well as the New Year's and the new relationship versus the past. How about that one? For most of us who had past relationships anyway, it is usually one we do not intend to go back to sometimes. However, some of us do end up going back with the past partner, after a divorce, a breakup, etc. Whatever the case may be, sometimes you do end up back with that person, whether it's long term or short. Those who end up back to one another, um, usually it's because for two reasons. I believe it's most likely was meant to be, or you needed to learn the lesson there. Everybody has to learn a lesson on everything we do here on earth. So hopefully it's not the latter one, and that it is the person of your dreams, because a lot of us have single people out there. They're not looking for relationships. I understand, but these are the reasons why sometimes people aren't looking to for a relationship any longer, because they've been in their past relationships didn't work out. So basically it ruins all the other future relationships, because either they don't get in one or they end up making the same mistakes again, and they blame other people instead of themselves. What you need to do is learn the lesson and move forward. If it doesn't work, move on. Don't be stuck. Don't do grudges. Don't do revenges. That doesn't work. It makes you look weak. If it's over, it's over. They don't want you. They don't want you. That's it. That's how we play it here. I mean, I'm that type of person. If it's over, it's over. You taught me a lesson. I'm going to go with, and that's all I need from it. I don't go backwards at all. And if I do, then it was meant to be. So that's basically what this show line is for today. One, the what? Oh, okay. So my chat is not coming on up right away. So I may have it on something next time. I'm just want to get through this show. Thank you, moderator. Love you. Whatever the case, those who end up back to one another is usually for two reasons, as I stated. So with that being said, what is yours will never pass you by is what I meant by that. And if it's meant to be, it will. So in this episode of Know Your Truth Real Talk, I'll discuss past relationships and new relationships and the differences so that you can see for yourself. Maybe this is a possible reason why you're single still. And I'm not putting down single people. I was one of them. I'm happy being alone. Most of us are celibate and single. The ones that are out there in the streets and single, you're letting everyone, you can't possibly want a real relationship after that. I mean, nobody wants anything worn out or used up. I would, and I'm sure men don't. So in the meantime, you stay celibate if you choose. I'm not saying anything's wrong with what you do out there. That's your business. But if you want real good relationships, because we weren't brought here just to be by ourselves. We were meant to co-create with someone, whether it's children, family, or any type of ideas together. Co-create. It takes two people. So if you could do it by yourself, but being alone for the rest of your life is not going to be something that's enriching. So this, I hope this helps people to realize to move forward and onward, or stay where you are, or whatever the case may be. It's going to be your choice and your decision. Again, like, subscribe, and share, because there's a lot of people out there that, we have a lot of, and I'm not saying mine is the best or anything, but I don't like to put foolishness out there. I like self-help, self-improvement, self-empowerment. So that's what these videos are for. And there's a lot of people out there watching foolishness. So if you can just please share and like, if you don't share, like, so it can get around on YouTube to those in need, looking for some basic self-help and self-improvement videos like myself. I'm not the only one out there, but basically those are the ones we all should be watching if we do watch YouTube. And thank you. The first one I came up with is, a part of our future mishaps or delights is because of memories. Okay, wait. I meant to say the past relationships I'm going to start with first. That was a part of our future. Um, Mishaps or delights, it depends on what the memories were for you. Whether good or bad, you'll remember it. And if it was a bad experience, not to bring it into the um, new relationship, because you would have learned that lesson from the past relationship. So try your best that with all the mishaps and whatever memories, whether good or bad, you had in the past relationship, try to leave those bad experiences. If you do move on, that's the only way to move on, would be leave those bad experiences and not fault everyone to be the same. And there are people out there that are nice. We may have a lower percentage, but this is where you do your work. This is where you do your lessons. Again, sorry about the background. I am putting things together and rearranging my space so I can get everything I need focused. That's what we all need to do. So, two, I have for past relationships, maybe your first relationship and or your last. If we do the work, if we do the work, it can be your forever person. If you don't, well, then you're gonna learn again from this one if you haven't had one from before. But if it's your first and your last, that means that first person is never a person that was from, it's your forever ever person. In other words, I'm so sorry. This is what, no, I do not need people contacting me at this time, please. Thank you. Okay, sorry. Um back to back. What? Emotions make you wrong. Yes, emotions will make you make the wrong decisions, either on leaving people or inviting them into your energies. Sometimes you invite the wrong people, and sometimes you leave the wrong people, or vice versa. Thank you for that. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't include that in this, and that would be a great addition. I appreciate you. bugging hard. We know who you are. All right. Thank you for your part in that. So if it was your first relationship and maybe your last, that's your forever ever person, you're not gonna have a past relationship because that was the one for you. Some people are that blessed and lucky. I like to say the word blessed, that their first is their forever and that was it. There's never been anyone else they dated, they married, their 80, 90 years of marriage, those type of things. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't have a past relationship, good for you. God bless you. A lot of us do, though. So I guess we had to learn the lessons, right? Number three for me, because I said number one, the mishaps and stuff. A relationship lesson to learn from our future relationships. Yeah. It does not end up being your forever person if it did end up not, well, sometimes it does, but not working. And this is where that person becomes the past. That's why it's under the past relationship. And for you may spend years together in a long-term partnership, whether married or exclusively dating. That's past. Um, Relationships, you could spend years together and everything like that in a long-term partnership, whether you're married or exclusively dating each other. So this is all past, not the new yet. All right. And sometimes you stay long enough and you don't know. Maybe you were in there too long, maybe you didn't see the red flags, or because then why would they be your past later? There's something you was missing in that lesson. So let's get it together. Let's get our brains together. This is 2025. All those in relationships, because I'm no longer single. I'm married and happy. Not that everybody shouldn't be happy, but yeah, I'm blessed, and most of us should carry ourselves that way. And let's do it this year that we start thinking, if you're focusing right and fixing ourselves, as I had in my other video, that New Year's should be not just about diets and stuff, but it should be about us internally working on ourselves. Then we can actually go after diets that seem like, why isn't it working? Why can't I stop this? Why can't I stop that? Is because you got to work on your inner self. But that's in my other video, so go check that out. Whether you start out as friends or just admirers, these are past relationships, will determine the relationship, where the relationship will take you. And that's important. Whether you start out as friends or just admirers, because some people start out as friends and some as admirers, that will determine where the relationship will take you in the past relationships. We're talking about that first. If the partnership is strong, it will last even if the relationship ends. However, and there's always an however, let me go through that again. If the partnership is strong, it will last even if the relationship ends. However, and this is number seven, if the relationship is tumultuous, meaning up and down, unstable, not seeing eye to eye, constant tension and conflict, and then the partner may not be in the advantage to continue or remain friends after ending. I don't think that those type of friendships really do us well if it ended up with a lot of conflict and no understanding, no communication. This is where the dissolution of this relationship, whether married or not, when one or both partners take advantage of the other or use them to their advantage for money or whatever, then a divorce or a breakup is imminent, and you know that it is. The flames has now distinguished and distinguished, yeah, and may not be repairable. So unless both parties agree to make it work. For instance, if one party decides to go outside of the relationship, there is no repair needed there. The message is clear. People usually never go back to the past relationships for this reason. If they show you who they are, then you know who they are. No one has to trick your mind and say, "Well, I still want to try." Nope, nope. That's for us to learn. That is that person. That person's not going to change. They can, but they won't most likely. And so we go on that and not sit around. I wonder if they can change. Let me wait. No, don't do that to yourself. You can miss the best thing that ever happened to you in life. The best person. And so with that, I put as the past relationships, things that we need to think about when you want to decide which one worked for you and which one didn't, and why you're not moving forward or why you have. For the new relationship, You get a fresh new start and beginnings with someone you may fall in love with and even marry, which is good. The second one is a start over. Yes, all new relationships is a start over, to know one another for the first time, an exciting heart beating experience. This is where you start to look for any red flags from your past mistakes, which would be your past relationships, because you had that before. It helps, like it's notes. You like you're giving yourself notes. If it didn't work out, you note it here mentally, or on a note pad, that this is not what you're going to bring to this relationship, and you're going to note what you need to see from this one that you didn't recognize in the last one, or you did recognize and now you don't want it in fruition here in this new relationship. So from your past mistakes where you didn't see or recognize them, just to see if this is the relationship you want to be in. Be yourself, don't lie. Lying, if you did that before, is not worth it. Everyone would like to see if who you are gives another person an opportunity, and it's really being a nice person, courtesy, to see if that's the person you want to be in a relationship with. When you hide and manipulate and lie and become a narcissist, is because you don't want people to know who you are until the end, and then after that, it's over. You all end up in the court system, in either criminal, family court, civil court. It's ridiculous. So basically, I talk about this a lot because I've seen it a lot and I know it's happening. So instead, if we take the time and we be real and honest with one another, because the honesty is the best thing, because then you can say, I don't really want to be with a person like that inside, and then tell the person, you know what, you're not for me. What is it? Are people scared that people aren't going to want them if they show their real self? I'm just trying to understand that, because I don't want a lying person. If I was single, lying to me all the time, now I got to watch my back, watch their back. That's ridiculous. That's too much work. That's too much energy. I'm not going to give somebody all my energy like that. If you choose to, that's on you. If you think they're worth it, that's on you. But you this is to learn from your past mistakes. So you want to be honest and have an honest person. No one's going to be perfect, but can you at least tell me what you're looking for? Who are you? What's your history like? And usually once you've dated someone for a while, you're gonna see their history because it comes before you. So if their history looks like they always was on the street corners, or always looking out for other men or women, or street corner walker, female or male, or they never took care of their kids and their kids, that's their history. It's telling you already. You have nothing to go outside the box with. It's in the box. It's right there. It's in your face. So therefore, you should know already. Oh, that's it. I see it. I see the red flag, the history. You'll hear our neighbor or a cousin, a friend, someone will always come up. Well, you remember when you did this or did that, or things like that. Now we shouldn't judge people, but it depends on how much history that person has of being a negative person, and then we'll know. All right, getting on to the next. Getting to know one likes and dislikes all over again with someone new. So new relationship sounds exciting. Basically getting to know one's likes and dislikes all over again. Communication is another one, is the key, not sex. It could be one of the reasons why your past relationships didn't work. When it's all about sex and there's nothing left there, when that runs dry or it's not good anymore to the persons or people, then what happens? You have nothing else. So, what you do learn from your past is communication is more important than sex. And if a relationship can go without sex, not that I push that, then you really okay. Because no Jezebel, no nobody. Because I know those Jezebel women are out there for men that choose, or women that choose to not make it sex, but they're gonna come out. So that's Jezebel work. They're the lowest of the low. Of course, walk the street corners, you be low. I'm not trying to put people down. I'm talking the truth. These are facts. When they see that you are not getting what you need, but then that's your choice, they'll still come around, in your face, communicating. But in the end, let's just get to the point. They're there to take, ruin, destroy, just like the demons do. Kill, destroy, and and steal from you. All those three things link to evil, which is why Jezebels are most likely those. They do the same things. They're tied up with that evil. You know what? Um, s- so basically, when it comes to communication, It's more important than sex. Sex will come. It'll be beautiful when you can communicate with somebody. Like, believe me. And most likely, these are the reasons why the first relationship didn't work out, because you didn't get to know that person. You didn't open your mouth. You was opening your legs, or the other guy was opening his zippers. This is why we don't have relationships last as long as we should have them last, meaningful ones, I should say. Then, another one with new relationship is being truthful and honest, which I just said, will make a difference. That will determine whether this is the personal partnership for you. It has a lot to do with that, which most likely, didn't happen in the past relationship, which is why they are the past. Now you have to understand that being truthful and honest with one another will make that difference. Maybe you didn't have that in your past relationship. I'm just bringing up scenarios. This doesn't mean this happened to you. These are scenarios. Um, what? I'm sorry. Dropping your dropping. You're funny. Yeah, like, don't drop your undies on first sight. I mean, this is ridiculous. If that's what you choose, that's what you choose. But don't come back later. I don't know why I'm not married. I don't know why I don't get good relationships. Some of us, that's real. But some of us, you look at yourself lately. Did you see why? And you still don't know? Oh, okay. All right then. I'll leave it at that. Just desire for knowledge will not go there. But that's a good one because it's true. New bonds are created in new relationships that may, you may not have experienced in the past relationship when you start anew, right? And leaving old habits and things that did not serve well in the past relationship, and taking those things that did work with you into the new. That's important. Leaving old habits and things that did not serve well in the past relationship. Come on, you're going to figure it out. What was it? You'll know what it was. And do not bring that back into another relationship, and do not allow that person, new person or partner, that did what your past did, because that's going to be a red flag. You're going to know exactly what it is. And that doesn't mean that, oh, I keep blaming them for someone else. Nope. It's who they are. You're going to, I say I don't give more than two red flags, and that's it. I wouldn't give wait for three, because I know my past, I waited three. Never again. That's too long a wait. Your lesson should have been learned by two. Two red flags of the same day. It's over. Done. Finished. Move forward. Upward. Wish them well. Goodbye. Whether you have a conversation with them or keep them as friends, that's up to you. But be careful, because if someone does that to you, why would you want to have a friendship with them later? No. Thank you, God. God's being with you. God bless you. I'm wishing you the best. I choose not to no longer speak with you anymore. You haven't done anything to lift me as a person. You're not doing anything for yourself. So thank you, but no thank you. Things like that. You make it up, and what you need to say. Is what? Yeah, stick to to yeah, 2 strikes. That's it. That's for me, because no one's perfect. So we're not trying to say, "Oh, we're perfect beings," and stuff like that. But if I'm respecting you, I deserve to be respected. If I'm not out there doing games, playing mind games, I deserve to be respected, and so do you. So once you know that about yourself, you love yourself enough, you give yourself, self-worth, you have self-worth, you have self-love, you're gonna realize, you know what? I'm not saying nothing's too good enough for me. I've seen friends that they won't date. No one's good enough for me. Oh, okay. So, everyone's not perfect, but you got to try. Either way. And we're not getting any younger, right? So you want to do it while you're young. But leaving those old habits is really important. And the things that did work for you, and leaving the ones that did not serve you, into the new relationship. As I said, whatever did not serve you, leave it, and take the things that did work with you into the new, because you want to build too. You don't just let that past relationship bring you down, where you're never going to be the same person. You're going to change. You're going to be mean. No, be yourself. That person never cared about you and could care about you less now. Why would you give them so much energy? If they cared, you'd be in a relationship with them. They moved on, they're gone. And if they haven't, oh well, too bad for them. You're moving on. That's what's important. So when weighing the pros and cons of the past versus the new, we must add that the past relationship definitely is a learning step or tool tool not to repeat into the new one. We also know that the new relationship may give us, if mind games aren't being played, started something that you didn't have in the past, which is why it failed. In other words, the past doesn't have to be the most regretted, but a lesson towards doing it better next time in a new relationship. Sometimes even in the same one, if it wasn't, if it's renewed or if it's reconciliation. So these things, not everyone has a past. Sometimes their past come back and it's meant to be, it's going to be. So this is the lesson to do it better next round and not make the same mistakes over and over again. Otherwise, it will be a constant round and round situation, like the hamster round and round the wheel, until you figure out your mistakes from the past. Um, and it is your lessons for your future partnership. So don't get mad, don't have revenge, don't go thinking it didn't work for you. It did work for you. It wasn't meant for you. So move forward and get that person that was meant for you so that you can move forward with someone that is worth the time for you. Um, I think that that's how I would do it. Because you don't want to keep going round and round with the same person that's going to keep coming back when they see you have your relationships going great and their life isn't, but they act like it. They come back around. You always see that when you're dating someone, their exes always come around lurching like it's over. Friendship, okay, yeah, some can have friends, but be careful of those friends of your past. If you're still in a relationship with your past ex or wife, husband, whatever, just be very careful because some of them are tricksters and they come to actually ruin your future relationships because they messed up and now they know they did. Now they want something again. Yeah, those kind. You don't want to pick that bad habit back up. No, leave the bad habit, throw it in the trash where it belongs. All right. So which relationship wins? Da-da-da-da. Past or new? Which one to you? You're gonna have to decide that for yourself. I would say I will keep mine a secret. They know. Because sometimes we are going to end up going back to your past partner, whether to learn this lesson, um, and if you had to go back to your past partner and you learned the lesson, then you're not with them right now. If you went back to your partner and you learned the lesson and you're with them, then that's the person you were supposed to be with in the first place. But you had to learn that lesson and go back and bring it to the table. So there's two scenarios to this. So we weigh the scales like, I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm gonna think about it for myself. For me, I'm good. I'm saying for you guys out here, hopefully one day we can use my law scale so we can weigh the scales on future videos. Um, but sometimes we are going to end up going back to that partner, whether to learn the lesson and then be rejected again by them, or stay with them because they were the one meant for you. You need to learn from these lessons though, because the partnership was meant to last if you did go back and it worked out. This is up to you and what you discover within yourself, um, and work on your inner self to do things different the next round in your relationships. And that is exactly what I have been trying to say. If you all understood that, it's really important to get to know yourself first. Just like I said, that should be your actual New Year's resolution, and to work on your inner self. And then, excuse me, it'll all come together for you. And so it's about that time. But first, please like, share, and subscribe. I really would like people that are having a hard time to actually see this video and all my videos that somehow will help someone who needs to hear it because we all go through similar stuff. No one's special. Oh, I didn't have to go through all of that. No, we share your stories, help others. That's the best thing we could do here. So here, uh, please like, subscribe, and share. And it's good to have been with you today. Those that was able to join me, thank you. I appreciate all of you. Come see me next week on Know Your Truth Real Talk with Judge Desire Fanal. Here on Know Your Truth Real Talk with Judge Desire for Knowledge, me, the truth, and nothing but the truth is now adjourned. See you then. Ciao. Have a great week.